I'm so grateful to the family for putting together this tribute for Kim. In a time when we can't gather together to say goodbye, it feels right to catch a glimpse of Kim's life story. A life story in which God was faithful and God walked next to her, held her tight, and placed her in a family and a community who loved her so dearly. I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures and the videos as part of this presentation honoring Kim's story. On the evening that Kim passed away, I prepared an Earl Grey tea. I didn't think much of it until I took a sip. You know how smells and tastes transport you to another place? Immediately I was reminded of the many London fogs that I sipped with Kim as we met together at the Rumble Tum or local Renaissance. As one of Kim's pastors, I love the opportunity to connect with her through these conversations, and I will really miss them. For a long time, maybe forever, London fogs will remind me of Kim, her smile, and her positive outlook on life. Talking with Kim after her diagnosis was not a pity party or woe is me experience, as many of you know. There would be laughter and stories. To the world looking on, Kim exhibited a positive outlook, always looking forward to the next adventure on the horizon, getting a new trailer, a trip east, a ski trip, camping, spending time with her close and dear high school friends, and the list could go on. In the face of death, Kim chose to focus on goodness and life. And this is no small feat and represents a lifetime of practicing to see the good. What a gift that is from God. That is not to say there were no tears in our conversations, or that Kim wished that things could look different. But she chose not to dwell in that place, but instead focused on hope. She turned her heart towards life. She continually confessed a faith that God was walking with her and was faithful to her. At her family funeral, we read excerpts from Psalm 27, and I want to share a couple verses with you that I feel are fitting for Kim's life. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? For in the day of trouble, he will keep me safe in his dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of his sacred tent and set me high upon a rock. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. Kim depended on God to sustain her, and her outlook on life mirrored David's words. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Kim chose to look for the goodness of the Lord, and I believe that gave her an inner strength to face the challenges. And that must have been something that she cultivated in her life, which was then revealed in these past 4 years. It seemed that she lived the words, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" When we met for coffee, her prayer requests were almost always the same: for more time with family and friends to create good memories. And God was gracious in that. And I want to affirm the great care and love that Daryl, Jenna, and Matt provided for Kim at home, along with Manny and Mary Ellen and her good friend Cheryl, and for the many other family and friends who offered their support to help the family on this journey. What a gift you were to her. The family has asked for the song, "I Will Come to You in Silence." It's a song that was very meaningful to Kim, and it brought her comfort. Hear these words to you in the voice of Jesus, assuring us of Jesus' everlasting love and presence. I will come to you in the silence. I will lift you from all your fear. You will hear my voice. I claim you as my choice. Be still and know I am here. I am hope for all who are hopeless. I am eyes for all who long to see. In the shadows of the night, I will be your light. come and rest in me. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. Come and follow me, I will bring you home. I love you and you are mine. I am strength for all the despairing, healing for the ones who dwell in shame. All the blind will see, the lame will all run free, and all will know my name. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. Come and follow me, I will bring you home. I love you and you are mine. I am the sword that leads all to freedom. I am the peace the world cannot give. I will call your name, embracing all your pain. Stand up now, walk and live. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. Come and follow me, I will bring you home. I love you and you are mine. I love you and you are mine.
On May 26, 1964, Kim was born. She arrived about 5 weeks early and weighed just under 6 pounds. She was quite tiny, but I loved and was very proud of my baby sister. We shared a farmhouse on the edge of Elmira. The house belonged to Manasseh Martin and is where Aspen Crescent is currently located. Shortly after that, we moved into Elmira, where my parents currently live today, as I was starting school. A few years later, and before Kim started school, she would ride along with Mom, picking up children for Guiding Light School. Kim enjoyed the company of the other children, and they loved her. We have a 4-year age difference, so we had differing interests, but shared wonderful times together. Whether it was playing cards, making a tent out of chairs and blankets, she was always a very loving and easy person to get along with. We enjoyed going to a cottage up at Sauble Beach with our friends, the Yancey's and Schlegels. There were 6 adults and 11 children in the cottage. We had enjoyable times playing in the sand pile by the cottage, where it was a short walk to the beach. At the beach, we would enjoy splashing Dad with water and climbing all over him. He would pick us up and throw us into the air, and we would come back for more until he was tired. Kim was part of many different clubs growing up, whether it was the Elmira Figure Skating Club, Pioneer Girls, 4-H, and so on. Her dear friend Cheryl was part of many of those groups. Kim and Cheryl are part of a group of girls that have stayed friends since public school. Friendships were always very important to Kim. I think Kim was about 7 years old when my parents bought their first camp trailer. Friday nights, Dad would hook the trailer up when he got home from work. We would get into the car and eat the lunch that Mom prepared for us as we were off to the campground. We were either camping with other families or we were just the 4 of us. We enjoyed hiking, swimming, or time around the campfire, making pie irons, roasting marshmallows or hot dogs. Kim always enjoyed camping. She was part of many Sunday school groups, church groups, MYF, where she met the love of her life, Daryl. Kim and Daryl have an amazing circle of friends. They raised 2 wonderful children, Jenna and Matthew, who have matured into fantastic young adults. It's difficult to say goodbye. I've really admired the way Kim has handled her illness these last 4 years. The strong faith in God, a great deal of strength and courage and optimism. Kim had a strong support group through her illness, too many to mention. But our family will be forever grateful to Cheryl for all of her love and support, getting her to all of her appointments. The last few months have been especially challenging. We were grateful that Kim was able to come home. It was comforting to know that she had an amazing care team at home, Daryl, Jenna, and Matthew. And Kim was able to be with the ones she loved most. And we're always grateful for Mom and Dad for being there, for all of their love and support. God willing, Kim, I hope to see you again someday. I love you.
There are moments in our lives when we make what seems like a small, insignificant decision that affects us for the rest of our lives. When I tossed the frisbee to Kim and she caught it and tossed it back to me was one of those moments. That decision led me to spending the next 39 years with a compassionate, loving woman who became my best friend and the love of my life. Kim poured her heart into anything she did and worked tirelessly to complete any task. She was active in our church, filling a wide variety of roles, from MOF sponsor, junior youth sponsor, pastoral care member, Sunday school teacher, and counting Sunday morning offering. Kim loved dancing, camping, hiking, and downhill skiing. We enjoyed many trips together, sometimes just the two of us, and sometimes as a family. She was a loving mother to Jenna and Matthew, but still managed to spend a lot of time with her oldest child, me. I could always be myself with Kim, and she was always there for me. Some of us are focused on only the destination when we travel or go on holiday. Kim enjoyed all aspects of a trip. The planning, the preparation, the travel, and finally the destination. I was privileged to be in Kim's life as she planned, prepared, and traveled to her final destination.
It was rare to catch my mom without a smile on her face. She loved to laugh, joke, and show her affection to us through words and hugs. Be it work or school, if Mom was awake, she would always say goodbye with a hug and would ask how your day was when you returned. Even when you didn't mention it, she knew when something was wrong and the words to say to make it better. There were many wonderful days spent with my mom, be it on the different trips of camping and skiing, or even those simple days at home together. I was happy to be together in the same room, talking about our day, or sitting in silence in the living room. Mom would normally be reading a book, while I read or watched something. Most days it was just the two of us together in this quiet environment, but other times we were joined by Jenna. No matter the day, the silence would always break when my dad got back, and Mom happily welcomed him home. I have many cherished memories of my mom, as I'm sure any who met her do. My mom was loved and will be greatly missed.
No amount of words can express how much my mom meant to me. She was always there for me, through the good and the bad times. Whenever I came to her with a problem, she always tried to solve it. Even at the end of her life, she wanted to take care of us. She was the kindest, most caring person. She always thought of others. She was strong and brave, even as more and more things stacked up against her. She made the most out of the time she had left. We were able to spend time together as a family. I have so many wonderful memories of her, going camping and skiing, but I also have great memories of the quiet times I spent with her. There was one summer we spent a lot of time outside in the backyard. My dad would bring out his guitar and my mom would sing. She had a beautiful voice. She has always been there for me, so I was glad that I could be there for her when she needed me. She has done so much for me, and I love her so much.
Long as I remember, the rain been coming down, clouds of mystery pouring, confusion on the ground. Good men through the ages trying to find the sun, and I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain. I went down Virginia, seeking shelter from the storm. Caught up in the fable, I watched the tower grow. 5-year plans and new deals, wrapped in golden chains. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain. How we cheered for more. The crowd had rushed together, trying to keep warm. Still the rain kept pouring, falling on my ears. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain.
In anniversaries, 50 years is considered golden. I believe that 50 years of friendship is more precious than gold. Kim and I started school together in kindergarten and were close friends. But it wasn't grade 6 on that we became inseparable friends. We did everything together. In high school, our classes were almost the same and our lockers were beside each other. We spent all day in school together, and then to my mother's amazement, we would spend another hour on the phone after school. My mom could never understand how we found so much to talk about between the separation of our walk home. We spent Saturdays skating or swimming or playing hide and go seek in Bullender Park or at my house with my brother and the neighborhood kids. She loved hanging out at my noisy house where there were 4 kids and all kinds of friends around. It felt like Union Station some days. I, on the other hand, loved going to her place. It was nice and it was quiet, and we could listen to her brother's Randy's music. I grew to love Eagles, Boston, and ELO because of Randy's records. We spent many weekends at the Brubaker trailer making the trip in my green Pinto. Sometimes the car made it, and sometimes it was questionable, as we had to make it to a store to top up the rad with water just to make sure we could get there. We used to scratch a line in the dash for every trip we took when we made it to our destinations. It was always an adventure. We always said on our various trips that when we started out, it was an adventure, and whatever happened, we'd deal with it. We were with each other and we'd figure it out. So we had some experiences, expired passports, that was my fault. Airplanes delayed or canceled, last minute revisions, changes. I don't ever remember either of us ever getting upset. We just laughed, we laughed a lot. That's what I'm gonna miss the most. She made me laugh a lot. When Kim received her diagnosis, it was a wake-up call for our close group of friends. We are so fortunate to have wonderful friends that have been part of our lives for the last 45 to 50 years. This group of ladies rallied together and made it a priority for us to spend time together. We've done a lot of things, we shared amazing times with each other, so much laughing, so much fun. This group of ladies were known as the girls, and that's pretty cool when you're in your 50s, are really distraught from Kim's passing. But we were there for each other on Monday evening after we found out about Kim, and we spent a few hours messaging and sending each other many, many pictures of memories from kindergarten to our last get-together. I repeatedly heard that her spirit will always be with us. Every time we are together, she will be with us. She's part of each of us. Friends meant the world to Kim, and she meant the world to us. But how could you not love her? She was kind, she was patient, encouraging, and so respectful of everybody and their ideals. So, how do we as friends go on without her? We've always talked about growing old together. There have been so many times in the last 4 years when I had no idea how I can be me without Kim. That may sound crazy, but I've never had to do it. I had to finally make the realization that we are not going to be without Kim. Her spirit is in all that have met her. She has left an impact and made us the people that we are. We are better because of her. I discovered a poem a few months ago that I want to share with you. This message has helped me to understand that I don't have to feel sad that she's gone or when somebody says her name. It's okay to smile and to laugh as we've always laughed. Her friendship has not ended. This friendship continues. The poem is actually called Death is Nothing at All. Death is nothing at all. It does not count. I've only slipped away into the next room. Nothing has happened. Everything remains exactly as it was. I am I, and you are you, and the old life that we lived so fondly together is untouched and unchanged. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by the old familiar name. Speak of me in the easy way which you always used to. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of soberness or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes that we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without an effort, without the ghost of a shadow upon it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is absolute and unbroken continuity. What is this death but a negligible accident? Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am but waiting for you, for an interval, somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. Kim gave me a card on my 40th birthday. That's my favorite card from many cards that I've gotten over the years from her. It's so special to me. It's a Winnie the Pooh card, and it has Winnie and Piglet walking along in the forest together. And Piglet asks, "We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh?" "Even longer," Pooh answers. Inside the card it says, "To my forever friend, love, Kim." I've been blessed to be able to say I have a forever friend. I'm the lucky one. We've all been blessed by having her in our lives. Till we meet again, just around the corner, all is well.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when the time gets rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're out on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when the darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams will be on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind.